Just for a second.
And we better get started because we don't have a whole lot of time. As a matter of fact, that's it. Thank you very much for listening. Skraby, good job today.
Thank you. Hold on, Chris. I have to, play the
out music.
Yep,
yeah, we got to get out of here. We got Spring. Thank you very much. Man,
I love today's show. Today's show was one of our finest.
Seemed like we were spot on today.
It did.
Welcome to it. Yeah, it is. It's going to be kind of that fast. 2:30, probably a few minutes before that, we'll be throwing it out to Peoria. The Padres are having their spring. What do they call it? The
Spring Breakout.
Spring Breakout.
Yeah.
Spring Breakout.
It just makes me think of like that. I don't know why. Every time I think of Spring Breakout, it's always Spring Breakout.
Spring Breakout. They should not be having this game in Peoria. They should be heading down to Cabo. That's where you go for Spring Breakout, man. You play the game in Cabo.
That is true.
Anyway, so Sam Levitt, our guy, is calling the game. So we'll have he and Bob Scanlon joining them from Peoria. And then the interesting thing is Skraby and I will then come back after that game for another like 45 minutes or so. And then there's another game tonight.
Yes.
So we get a busy day. But not for us, unfortunately.
We're just traffic cops today.
We're just kind of holding. We're placeholders today.
I'm excited for this, Chris.
Well, having kind of an easy day.
Oh well, that yes, because my brain is mush. But
yeah,
I'm excited for the Spring Breakout. It's going to showcase these guys we've been talking about forever.
Yeah, you get to see a lot of them. And
DeVries is leading off. Salas is batting fifth.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, you got names that you know and names that you've heard and guys that you haven't seen. I think it's a fun opportunity for these guys. To me, it's a lot like a, post-high school all-star type game. Get all the best players in the county and they all get to play.
But these players are like better than those players, I guess?
Well, of course they're better. And just like a baseball all-star game, they're better than these players. I get that, Scrape. I understand how that all works. But
are you sure?
No, not exactly.
No.
I'm going to leave it to the experts, Sam Levitt and Bob Scanlon. They'll take you through the Spring Breakout game. Comes up in about 20 minutes. So while we have some time, Scrape,
yes.
I mean, honestly, I'm just there's only one word on my mind right now, and that's anxiety. It's the only word I have right now. I mean, after the Aztecs lose yesterday to Boise State, you just now they have to sit back and they have to hope that every single possible bid-stealing team that is still left out there loses. I mean, you have to root against everybody now. For instance, you've got Texas, which is not even an NCAA tournament team, right? But they're in the semifinals of the SEC tournament, and they're playing Tennessee right now, or the quarterfinals. It's the quarterfinals. But either way, I don't want to. Texas can't win. I mean, this is a crucial game. Tennessee needs to win, and right now they are winning 49-44 in the second half. But you got North Carolina is a possible bid stealer. They're playing Duke later tonight. Although I think North Carolina, because they're North Carolina, will probably get into the tournament. But now that the Mountain West has moved on without the Aztecs, doesn't mean we can't pay attention. We have to pay attention. Boise State needs to lose today to New Mexico. We do not want Boise State getting a resume-building victory against New Mexico today. We just don't. That is not going to help.
Something you said yesterday stuck in my head all day.
Go ahead.
Or maybe Tony said it. One of you said it.
Probably not me. But
one of you said it. And it was, hopefully they look at the fact that the Aztecs beat Boise State twice during the regular season.
Yeah, they beat them 2 out of 3. But the freshest one is going to be what happened yesterday, right? I mean, Boise State won the game yesterday. But if it comes down to the Aztecs and Boise State, I mean, honestly, if those are the last 2 and they decide, okay, we're only taking 3 teams from the Mountain West. We're going to take Utah State. We're going to take New Mexico. And we're going to, hopefully on the other side, Colorado State loses because that's another team that could steal your bid. But let's say we're going to take Utah State, we're going to take New Mexico, and we're going to take either Boise State and San Diego State. And we're putting them up against each other. San Diego State, I think, has the edge. I know it seems crazy because Boise State won yesterday, but you're right. The Aztecs won 2 out of 3. The Aztecs have better wins, and they have worse losses, straight up. But Boise State could add to that if they beat New Mexico. New Mexico is a really good team.
Yeah.
So this is a game that, in my mind, means an awful lot to the Aztecs, even though they're not playing in it. And I'm not really used to rooting for New Mexico, but go Lobos. And on the other side,
Did
Utah.
That hurt to say, by the way?
A little bit. It just sounds a little strange.
Would you ever cheer for BYU in the same way?
Oh, man, that would be a test. That would be a test to have me cheer for BYU. But yeah, you know what? I would if to help helps the Aztecs. I think I would.
I think that's okay.
I think I'd have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, and on the other side, you need Utah State to beat Colorado State tonight because Utah State and New Mexico, they're both already in. What you don't want is Colorado State and Boise State getting any more stuff on their resume. And there's others. These are not the only ones. There's other teams around the country, that are playing here this weekend that you just have to hope lose. And because right now, and Joe Lunardi is not the end all. There's Jerry Palm at CBS, but both of them have the Aztecs as their last 4 in. Now, you know what this means?
Did they update this morning?
Joe Lunardi did.
Okay.
If the Aztecs do make it as a last 4 in, that means they're playing Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
In one of those play-in games. They have to go to Dayton, Ohio. They have to play a play-in game as an 11 seed just to get into the regular draw of the tournament.
We're driving home on Tuesday, Chris, from Peoria.
Well, we're going to have to. Well,
we might have to change things.
No, you know what I'll do.
What?
I'll tape the game and I'll watch it when I get home.
That is insane.
That's, of course, what I'll do.
That is insane.
That isn't even a question.
That is insane.
I've already thought it through.
You know what I would be doing the whole way home?
What?
I wonder what happened.
Really?
All right, fine. I'll check the score.
Isn't that funny? I wouldn't even think about it once.
That's insane.
Yeah, I can do it.
That's insane.
I would drive all the way back from Peoria
for it.
while the Aztecs are playing, and I would now. The only thing I'd be worried about is somehow hearing the score, which I won't hear. And then I would just get home and flip the game on.
I'm going to follow Chris home, and then when he pulls over for gas, I'm going to pull up next to him and go, Aztecs are winning 70-68, and then drive off.
You know what you should do is just drive next to me and then react every time something happens. And no, don't hold anything up.
Oh.
Just go, yeah!
Yeah, just raise my hand.
As you're driving the car and then go, oh,
great.
No! And then I would kind of know something's happening, but I wouldn't know what's happening.
You'd be like, oh, yeah, Skraby, oh.
Right. So anyway, that's the way it sits right now. The Aztecs are on the edge. You got to root against all of these upset teams. And Texas just fell behind by 10. Tennessee went on a little run, so that's good news.
One thing I do remember from early in the year was people saying, Mark Ziegler, you and Tony, this Houston win is going to mean a lot at the end of the year. And at the time, it didn't mean that much, but now it means a lot.
It may ultimately save them. It may absolutely ultimately save
Your
them.
Fourth game of the year or whatever can be the game that gets you in.
Yeah, and that's another thing to root for, by the way.
Yeah,
is Houston to win their conference tournament so that they get a number 1 seed.
Yeah.
So if Houston's the number 1 seed, the Aztecs have that.
Correct.
Anyway, that's what they're left with. And it's the way it works out. I cannot complain. It was a bad game. They didn't play well. A lot of things went bad. They couldn't rebound, etc. I still can't complain about a team that lost in the quarterfinals for the first time in 18 years. It's been such an incredible run. It seems weird that they're out of that tournament because it's been 2 decades since they've been out at this point. So I'm not going to be critical. This is a team that honestly, we've seen how talented they are. And if they got Guath back next week, this is a team that could, get in and win a game or 2 in the NCAA. They just could. They're good enough, but they weren't very good yesterday. That's for sure. All right. Like I said, we got a short get together today. We'll tell you what else is going on in sports when we come back, and then we'll send it to the Spring Breakout game.
Spring Breakout
in Peoria. Gwynn and Chris, a little short one here today for you on 97.3 The Fan. All right, welcome back to our Spring Breakout pregame show.
Spring Breakout.
Yes, dude. Chris Ello, Skraby, Tony's chilling like a villain.
He's got the pina colada on the beach right now.
Day off for them, right?
No, they're calling the game tonight.
Oh, he's got to call the game tonight. Sorry about that, Tony. But yeah, he's got the game tonight with Jesse,
which we do have on the station at 6:30 against the Rangers. Right.
So, like I said, it's a we got Spring Breakout. Then Skraby and I'll check back in a little later, and then it's Jesse and Tony. By the way, Tennessee's lead is 61-49. 12-point lead over Texas. So go Vols. As like I said, we've been reduced to cheerleaders now, if you're an Aztec fan. By the way, Skraby, I'll find out Sunday night where the women go.
I was thinking about that.
And the bracketology has the women, because a lot of people have asked me, where are they going to be seeded in the tournament? Bracketology has them as a 14 seed. Let me tell you something. They give no respect at all to the Mountain West Conference in women's basketball.
I've said this like 400 times this week, but this whole thing is insane to me.
Yeah, 14 seed, despite 25 victories, 2 of which came over UNLV, et cetera, et cetera. And they may get a different seed, but that's what they're being projected.
And UNLV is not even going to make it?
UNLV probably isn't even going to make it.
That's the part that's insane to me.
A team that has won 60 of its last 64 conference games.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're probably not going to make it. Maybe they will, and maybe they'll move the Aztecs up a notch. And by the way, the Mountain West on the women's side is the 7th best conference in terms of net ranking. 7th.
Wow.
That's pretty high for putting their champion as a 14 seed.
Yeah.
But that's what the bracketology is. So some of the schools we could go to, according to the bracketology, LSU. You imagine playing Kim Mulkey in the first game? Oh, that would be fun. I tried to get her on the pregame show.
Oh, my gosh, Chris.
Yeah, hi, Kim. How are you?
You're going to be right there.
Could be there.
For her screaming everywhere.
God, she'd be driving me crazy.
That would be kind of fun.
Oklahoma's another possibility. They have Duke, maybe Kentucky. So anyway, the Aztec women are traveling somewhere. And the tournament starts next Friday night, the women's tournament. The men start the main draw on Thursday. Women start on Friday. And if the Aztecs play on Friday next week, just so you know, Skrabe, you and I will drive home from Peoria Tuesday night, and then I will hop on the plane Wednesday for the first round game, wherever it may be. It's going to be a busy week for us, is what we're saying. Don't worry about it.
I just died inside a little bit.
I know. It's going to be a hectic week.
These last 3 weeks have honestly killed me.
Well, the women, I'm planning actually on a run to the Final Four, so it's going to be another 3 weeks.
If they go to the Final Four, I am cool with it. I mean,
you say that would be worth it, right?
No, even though they're going to the tournament, that's all worth it. It's just unfortunate timing on our part.
Yeah, it's tough. It's difficult. The Peoria trip works out well. We're going to be broadcasting live from Peoria, Skraby and I, joining Tony on Monday and Tuesday. So Padre fans, don't miss out on that. Let's see. Austin Riley, a little sports news for you today while we have a minute. Braves third baseman left after he was hit by a pitch today. It hit him on the same hand that he broke last season.
Gee.
So that's a little worrisome for the Atlanta Braves. Hopefully he'll just be out a month or so and miss the first series against the Padres. That wouldn't bother me too much.
Yeah.
By the way, has anybody heard anything on Jurickson Profar?
Yes, he should be okay.
He's going to be okay.
They said it was just, I believe, a contusion, and that he just needs to rest, and he probably should be okay for opening day.
Okay. Tyler Stevenson, Reds catcher, is going to open the season on the injured list with an oblique strain. And then the biggest news of all in Major League Baseball on this Friday, and this. Honestly, Skrabe, I think maybe a breaking news sounder for this.
Oh, gosh. Is it that the Dodgers are in Japan?
No, hell no.
Okay,
I don't even know where they are.
I keep seeing stuff about, oh, look at this.
I don't know
look
where
at
they
that.
are. No, this is big.
What is it?
Give it to me. I'm not giving it to you without the sounder.
What sounder? The breaking news sounder?
Yes, this is huge. Okay, people have been waiting for this.
What? Oh, I know.
Damn right. The winner in the annual season series between the Padres and the Mariners will now actually win the Vetter Cup. Huh? Look, the fans have spoken, Skraby. Like the fans of the Padres and Mariners have called this the Vetter Cup for 15 years. Now they're actually going to play for the Vetter Cup. You're not impressed?
No.
Why are you not excited by this?
Because I'm the person who's like, it was cool when it was like an unofficial thing.
Oh, now that it's going to be official, you don't like it?
I don't know. I need to see it.
Well,
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
It's something they're putting together as part of a charity.
That's
drive,
where it's good. I love that.
And it's an organization co-founded by Eddie Vedder and his wife, Jill.
I love all this.
All right, so this is worthwhile.
Yes,
this is definitely worthwhile.
I agree.
It's all part of the charity. I would tell you what the charity is, but I can't pronounce that word.
Okay.
Epidermolysis.
There
you go. That's what the charity has to do with.
Yeah, let me be clear, everybody. I like the charity aspect of this.
Okay, good. Just so you're not a total hater.
So I'm not getting messages.
Yeah, don't be a total hater when they're trying to raise money for people here.
I'm just that guy, though.
Well, I think it's kind of funny. Look, we've honestly, the fans of the Padres, I don't know about the Mariners fans, but we've been calling it the Vetter Cup the whole time. So why not actually make it the real Vetter Cup? So that's the big Padre Mariners news of the day. Some NFL stuff real quick for you. Bengals say they're close to getting both Jamar Chase and T. Higgins to agree to come back. That'd be big.
That would be
for
huge.
the Bengalis. And just along the line of the Chiefs, just not having a, what is the best word for the
clue?
Chiefs? No, clue is not right. Just
feel?
Just a good feel for the room.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, good feel
Read
for
the room, Chiefs.
Read the room, Chiefs. They got one guy that's, playing after he created a 10-car pileup collision and killed 16 people, for all I know.
No, he did not.
I know. But you got another guy yesterday who's maybe strangling his girlfriend. Well, on top of that, let's just make sure that Kareem Hunt is happy. They bring him back on a 1-year deal.
I didn't see that.
The Chiefs, man. I love those guys. All right, we got to get to set it down to Cabo Peoria.
Cabo Peoria today.
For the spring breakout game. Everybody enjoy that. Have fun finding out a little bit more about the young Padres. Skraby and I will be on after that. So, I don't know, 5:30, something like that. And then we'll kick up with you then. Scrape, good job, man. It really was about as long as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so more Gwynn and Chris coming up a little later. Enjoy baseball now on 97.3 The Fan.